need to stand back now. It's a hostage situation. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. Fine. Talk fast. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see. It might come to that, but first I just want you to talk to them. Find out what they want, and then report back to me. Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see him, and don't try nothing.
Security around here is a joke.
Negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? We've been in worse scrapes than this. We can handle being stuck in a bank. Yeah, I'm already sick to death of this place. Oh, you want to be a hard ass, is that it? Well, I can be a hard ass too. Nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on. They talk too damn much. Complain about everything. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no! Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They can give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean? Damn it. I didn't think of it that way. Maybe you're right. Nobody gets hurt, we won't have to rot in jail for the rest of our lives. I know. I'm not disagreeing with that. Nobody's been hurt, so maybe the judge won't come down too hard on us. Yeah. I think this has gone on long enough. You go tell the marshal we'll come quietly.
Those guys are scared. I can tell. What's the word? Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off? Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Sure, everything will turn out just fine.
Marco! Are you alright? They did hurt you, did they?
Tom's pay is great. It's okay. But he works so much.
We'll take it from here. Glad that's over with.
I think I've seen enough of the Shaw gang to last a lifetime.
Glad you showed up when you did. Glad that's over with. Nice job.
I've had quite enough excitement for now. I suppose I'll have to write a report about all of this. I'm thinking I ought to hire some guards. I've had quite enough excitement for now.
Shaw gang's gone too far this time.
So damn tired.
Mailbank needs better security. Out of here.
Hate this place.
Oh, shut up. Long gone by now.
Take much more of this.
Never coming back to you really stepped up.
Hello there. It's been a long time since I saw a new face at the hitching post. Did you just come from the spaceport? Hi, Captain. I am not surprised. You have the look of a starfarer. Do you employ a crew? I'd be happy to offer you my services as a mechanic. I have experience working on traveling ships. I have worked with ships all my life, so I am familiar with most of their systems. I am especially good at fixing impact damage from combat or space debris. I also specialize in repairing shields. I think they're the most important part of a ship. I've seen firsthand how bad it can be if they fail. Excellent. I am not a greedy man, but I have a family to provide for. Can you offer a fair salary? Are you asking me for a discount? You know what? I like you. Maybe we can work something out. Yes, I hope so. I will make this work, but I won't accept any less. I accept. Thank you for the offer. It has been a long time since I left Akila space. I have missed working in the space lanes. I need to tell my family I am leaving Akila City. Then I'll head to my post.
I'm proud to say this is Akila City's newest establishment. Not quite opening day, but close enough for some specials. Yeah, that's right. Been scraping together the money for months now. Got some help from my girl Alejandra too, but not as much as everyone's saying. I swear half the people in the city think I'm freeloading off her, which really burns me up, you know? Anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to hear. Let me know if there's anything else you need, yeah? See for yourself.
Excuse me, is your ship in need of a doctor? Or a botanist? I might be able to help. I trained to be a surgeon at Bukor, but I know a lot about rongoa and internal medicine too. My parents are doctors. I grew up learning from them. Really? That's great! I'm looking forward to the adventure. I've never left Akila City before.
I obviously know a lot about medicine, and I'm an experienced botanist too. I'd be happy to help collect samples in the field.
Oh. Let me think about that.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I know what you're trying to do. It isn't gonna work. I see what you're saying, don't worry.
You seem like a trustworthy person. I'll work for what you're offering. Oh, thank you. I'll work hard, I promise.
I need to gather some supplies before we leave, and say goodbye to my parents. See you later, Captain. Thanks again.
Well, look who it is. How are the settled systems treating you? Make any enemies yet? Waiting. I do a lot of that these days. But the shortest path to a goal sometimes requires patience. Good for you. Let's hope you stay on top, then. Once you start making a real impact on the universe, there's always more and more people who end up on the losing side of your decisions. Someone always gets hurt. Look a little harder at yourself. Space is a dangerous place. Even if you just defend yourself when someone pulls a gun on you, you've ruined someone's day. Eventually someone will come along thinking that maybe space needs to be controlled, brought into order. That's what happened in the United Colonies. Even the Freestar Collective has rules. But that didn't stop war from breaking out, did it? I guess that's just the nature of things, isn't it? People start by thinking they're doing the right thing, and then your version of what's right collides with someone else's. Why even bother? You can play the game of power, call it leadership, call it righteousness, but it's all manipulation in the end. Better to just let people be. A single person achieving their own ends is at least honest. Helping people is just another form of control. Ah, there I go again. I was in danger of waxing philosophical last time, and now I'm knee-deep in it. I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll catch you around.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
A robot takes a peach of a job.
Can you get certified in time?
It shouldn't be a problem. You sure he doesn't have someone in mind already?
He might, but you're an hard worker, smart. All you need is an interview, and I know he'll hire you.
Thanks. I might take a
essential
refresher
for working
course
outside the walls.
robot
Ask to leave him alone.
How's it going?
Akila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems. Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it gets much use.
I need someplace to put the prototypes through their paces. It stinks.
But you know stretch trash will come back and Lloyd, worse.
Let them. A few beer bottles and graffiti is the least we owe them.
Yes, Miss Lance.
Every gun gets a full Laredo guarantee. Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality. When a CEO distances herself from the customers, her decision-making suffers. Here I get to see what matters, what sells, what doesn't, and why. It's invaluable. Plus, it's better than the endless meetings. Let's get you set up.
You keep everything on the level and we'll get along grand. Talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase. Just do your business and move along. Then we'll be all friendly-like. Miss Lance is the one you want to speak to. Just here for security. Please move along.
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
meet all sorts in Akila City. UC can't be that bad, can it?
Can't do this alone, Annie.
I don't know.
He helped with the bank robbery. I'm sure he'll help us.
Stranger! Stranger! Come here! I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Nice try. But when I don't want to be seen, I'm like an astra in the night. In my line of work, you have to be. See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant. And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me, so it's official. That's right, she's a senior ranger, which means she's in charge of me and all the other rangers. Well, except Diego, because he's a senior ranger too. Oh, and the marshal. He's in charge of all the rangers. I watch people and listen to them. If I hear something about smuggling or Aurora or gangs, I tell the rangers. It's easy, because no one pays attention to kids. Plus, I know a lot of good hiding places all over the city. I'm the best ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list? My list of people who might be troublemakers, so I have to watch them extra close. You don't want to be on my list. That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it. Akila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger Surveillance Assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help us break it all open. Because they're dumb. I give security a whole list of crimes and leads, and they barely pay attention anymore. I'm practically doing their job for them. My mother is Senior Ranger Emma Wilcox, and she said that I am a Ranger Surveillance Assistant. Ask her yourself. Emily was right about you. I was doing my Ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed, and he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me. I couldn't prove anything, but the suspect was acting all sorts of funny. He was trying to make sure no one could see him. My mom says you have to listen to your gut in this business. I just know he's a thief. Exactly! This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
I'm an Assistant Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most nights, but like, really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you. Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here. We did all the things. Crime scene investigated, witnesses interviewed, and suspect tailed.
I followed the suspect all day. He had no idea.
You're doing Akila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
There wouldn't be settled systems without the trade authority. Ah, so you're the delivery person. Well, here's your payment. Oh, no. This never happened. Yeah? What? Or, sorry, I thought you were someone else. Kind of, listen, no offense, but I'm swamped. Hi there. Jobs for the trade authority. There's always something.
Weapon combat tech.
Listen, no offense, but I'm swamped.
Saw your ship come in. That's right.
Take care of yourself.
How did you catch me? What? Shit. Yeah? Thief? I mean, no. Yes? Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Security.
Don't anybody move. Let's see. If it ain't the hero of Galbank. And who do we have here? Looks like you're carrying a lot of weapons for a nighttime stroll.
Hell, I give up.
Smart move. I got a tip something was going down tonight. Was little Annie actually right about all this? Now that's a terrifying thought. I got her from here. Akila City owes you again. And, thank Annie for me. Dear God, she's never gonna let us hear the end of this.
It was supposed to be an easy job. I'm so screwed. How did you catch me? I'm so screwed.
I'm thinking this may be an inside job. We'll launch a full investigation. Here's something else. Thank you. I am not looking forward to writing up this report. I'm thinking this may be an inside job.
Do you have business with the Trade Authority? What brings you to the Trade Authority?
I'm the local representative for the organization. In that capacity, I work with merchants, business people, and local leaders to make sure trade flows regularly and efficiently to and from the city. With the long lag times of interstellar communication, we wanted to have someone here in person to talk face to face and make quick decisions. After all, the Trade Authority's work is vital to the continued growth and prosperity of Akila City.
Well, like the name says, we promote and facilitate interstellar trade. I won't bore you with all the minutiae and laws, contracts, regulations, and the like. What I will say is that a steady flow of goods and services from one place to another is vital to the stability and survival of the settled systems. A scarcity of resources would lead to unrest, anarchy, and maybe even war. Nobody wants that. I do have need of a courier. A simple job. The timetable isn't even an issue. But it requires discretion and no questions. Take this message to the Den. There's a Trade Authority rep there, Marcel. Just give the paper to him. If you could take a roundabout path to get there, that would be best. And that's the last we will speak of this. You'll see mission boards typically near starports throughout the settled systems, usually in a bar. Several companies and organizations utilize the mission boards to post one-off jobs for freelancers, like yourself, presumably. Huh, down to business then.
Trade Authority's always looking for new opportunities. I run the branch's special accounts. So many little details.
should talk with Duncan. I handle the boring behind-the-scenes work. The trade authority's always looking for new opportunities.
That's what they've always. It's just fear-mongering.
I got a cousin that's a freighter captain. He says it's dangerous out there. Like, no fooling danger.
You'll be a lot happier in life if you just don't watch the news. Live your life, look after you and yours, then the low house again. You'll be far richer.
I didn't peg you for a philosopher.
I'm just saying, my family was on the first ship. Proper founders.
My family came in what, 10, 15 years after you? You can see my great-great whatever grandma's name on the charter.
Still, not a proper founder.
So you saying we don't belong in the Corps?
I ain't saying that.
We're a whole sight better than that damn Frank Lykeston.
Of course, God forbid.
So what if my family was on the 3rd colonist ship? We're founders.
And you're breathing? Back to normal yet?
Mostly. Still feels a little weird, though. Guess I'm not used to having the tube out. But it's nothing that would keep me from getting back out there.
You need to give it more time, Helen.
Guess that means you won't be telling the Marshal that I'm approved for field duty.
Not yet. There could still be a setback, and I need to be close at hand if that happens.
Fine, fine. But you should know that I'm crawling the walls in here.
So just take it easy. Shouldn't be long now.
Well, hey there.
You seen those ashta outside the walls? They keep me in business, if you take my meaning. Some days it feels like if I stopped stitching people back together, the whole city would be a ghost town in a week. Overall, not too bad. People keep me hopping all the time. Mainly it's minor scruffs, bruises, the occasional broken arm. The real work is when someone gets attacked by an ashta. Those are the bad times. Enjoy Akila City, and for God's sake, be careful.
Seems that way.
That's pretty crazy, by Shawshank standards.
Well, nobody ever accused those boys of having an overabundance of common sense.
Ain't that the truth?
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right? I knew it!
Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do?
I told you about it. You know the Laredo robberies? Well, we caught the thief.
Wait, so that's real?
Of course, Mom. I told you.
She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right? Well, Annie's been giving me reports on her patrols for years. This is the first time anything, well, real may have come of it. Whew, boy. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But I'm proud of you. But you've got to be careful.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna be the best ranger surveillance assistant ever.
Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Take this. Lord preserve me.
Akila City is safe because of my mom and me. Oh, and the other Rangers.
A lot of famous people visit Akila. Popping back a beer, you never know who
Hiya.
you'll meet.
Good to see you.
Hi, August.
Right now, not much of anything. Doc says I need a rest. Meanwhile, I've been trying to make myself useful, reading dispatches and reports and such.
I sure did.
That way, when I'm cleared for field duty, I'll know the lay of the land.
Great. It's up to us to help the
Oh, hey
Rangers
there.
and protect the Freestar Collective.
Got into a tussle with a Shaw Gang smuggling ship in Kodos orbit. Had to limp back to Akila City, with my ride mostly in one piece. It was a bit of a hard landing, you might say. Got a few broken ribs and a concussion. Turns out one of those ribs punctured a lung. Had a breathing tube in for a spell, but that's gone now. Seems I'm healing up pretty good. Yeah, of course. Everyone knows a thorologic tube is the right approach for that problem. That's it then?
We got a lot of bars in the city. All class joints. Well, except Aki's.
Well, you won't find a better selection of brews and beverages anywhere in the Freestar Collective. It's not mine. I just work here. Yeah, I guess technically the city owns it, but it's really the Freestar Rangers' place more than anyone else's. But yeah, I'm happy to work here. The pay's decent, but it's also the safest job I've ever had. Have a look.
Don't be causing trouble now.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right. I specialize in cryptography. A lot of smugglers use coded slates, so it comes in handy. The Freestar Rangers resident terminal jockey. That's me.
Don't be causing trouble now.
This here's the best bar in town. Safest, too. How can I help?
The mayor's all right. Always painting too rosy a picture.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock. I'm proud to be helping the Freestar Rangers. Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot. Just making my way. Better this than being some dust wrangler on the Taro. If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina. It's really an honor to be able to help out.
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House when I'm able. You should try Philburn's beer. It's brewed in the city, and it ain't bad. A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency. She'll be a terror when she grows up. Akila's really the heart of the Freestar Collective. Work hard, play hard. That should be the Freestar motto. Just let me drink in peace.
You got some business with me? Really? You must have impressed the Marshal. I'm guessing he wants to recruit you, so I'll tell you a little bit about who we are. Well, the Freestar Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Freestar Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do. Sure, but we Rangers work across the whole of Freestar Collective space. It can be, yeah. We tend to get called in when there's a threat too big for local security to handle. So that means we hunt the most dangerous game. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can. The number's always changing due to retirements, recruiting, and unfortunately, death in the line of duty. But as far as I know, there's never been more than a dozen Rangers at any one time. Well, in theory, a Freestar Ranger can go anywhere in Freestar Collective space, even private property. But of course, it doesn't always work out that way. We also have jurisdiction over any local security when we're tracking a fugitive. I'll say right up front that if you're looking to get rich, this ain't the line of work for you. But yeah, we do get paid from time to time to help with expenses and such. Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers? I prefer a more practical kind of evaluation. I'll give you the details if you want to join up. Look, you have to be completely sure about this, so take whatever time you need. Just come and find me if you decide you want to join.
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House when I'm able.
A lot of famous people visit Akila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you will meet.
These Rangers are some hard-blooded folk. They ain't afraid of anything.
Not everyone gets to say they work in the rock.
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montara Luna.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess. Just about the hardest way possible. I had, shall we say, a checkered past. Rangers caught me dead to rights and offered a deal. Leniency if I helped take down my, well, criminal associates. So I took the deal. It's real touch and go, but a lot of bad guys went down. Why, yes, I was. Not a half bad one either. Might have gotten a little too cocky, tempted fate too many times, but mainly, I underestimated the Rangers. Big mistake. No friends of mine. Truth be told, barely had a choice to work for them. But they were behind bars, and so was I. But I served my sentence. Searched the dark recesses of the soul. I realized the only time I felt genuinely good about myself was working with the Rangers. So after a parole for the very best of behaviors, I nagged the Rangers night and day until they gave me a chance. Haven't looked back since. Well, if you're asking me to toot my own horn, I will oblige. I'm a senior ranger. I coordinate all manner of things, great and small, for our outfit. If you've ever seen the mission board, that's my baby. It's restricted to Rangers, though. Adios.
Making my way.
You've got guts, no doubt about that. Appreciate you stepping up the way you did.
No, not usually. Well, at least not on the scale of a bank robbery. The worst we usually get is public drunkenness and drug dealing.
Remember to talk to Emma Wilcox at the Rock if you want to join up.
We're peacekeepers. We protect the people of the Free Star Collective.
Usually that means hunting down criminals and bringing them to justice.
Emma Wilcox can tell you more about that. Go see her over at the Rock if you want to sign up.
been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
Don't even think about leaving the city. Ash down there. They are no joke. Been warned. My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
growing at 17% faster than projections. This is Filburn Agricultural Systems property. Nutrient levels within acceptable parameters. The farms are dangerous for human personnel waiting for remote orders. Intelli growing at 17% faster than projections.
They're making these starware updates mandatory now. You sure about that? I haven't upgraded my OS in years. It might just be my company. The newer versions are always so buggy, though.
Aluminum. Signed, Bailey. You're lucky you got that much.
Well, as much as I can tell, it seems in order. Might
Not
look
much
rough,
around
but
here.
the neighborhood's
Except Aggie's
safe.
and no house.
Except Aggie's.
Another day, another tourist. We look after our own.
Don't mind the smell. You get
Not
used
much
to it.
around here. Except
Eventually.
Aggie's and no house.
Welcome to the stretch. Don't mind the smell. You get used to it.
Big shot. Congratulations for skimming me out of 10 whole credits. Hope you feel good about yourself.
It'll be nice to
Step right in, ma'am, and feast your eyes on the marvelous attractions of Honest Earl's Alien Extravaganza.
I can read the sign.
Of course you can. But can you believe your senses? Creatures great and small from the furthest reaches of the settled systems.
Here, in the stretch?
Yes, right here, right now. Things you would never see in a million years for just a small price of admission.
Huh. Well, it's not that much.
Come right in. You can travel the whole of the settled systems, and you won't find an attraction to rival my alien extravaganza. Welcome, welcome! Let me ask you a simple question, friend. Are you prepared to see something so wondrous and strange that you're sure never to forget it? I'm offering you the chance to see something truly exotic and unique. Now, a small remittance is involved, yes, but if you allow me to explain, I think you'll agree it's a price that's more than fair. With pleasure. We got animals from the deepest, darkest corners of the settled systems. What you'll see will delight and amaze. Just a modest fee, and you can feast your eyes. I envy you, truly, for this opportunity. Absolutely. There's a reason folks around here call me Honest Earl. Step right through this door and take as long as you like perusing the menagerie. Oh, and please don't attempt to feed the creatures. In fact, it's best if you don't touch them either. I must ask, if you or your loved ones are weak of heart or of delicate persuasion, do stay away. The alien extravaganza may be too much for you.
If that's your attitude, then please remove yourself from the premises and make way for the other customers.
Someone said some of the food from crops got a little damaged.
Yeah, the Thresher's programming had a glitch, and it tore right through a couple of those.
Trying to exercise crops.
I'll save you the trouble. Weston's already approved me sending it to you. It won't be pretty. Perfectly edible.
Oh, hello.
Running the Low House is tough. But those times when we make a
Wanted to
real
right by my
difference,
wife, you know?
it makes
She
it
deserves the best I can give her.
Got a moment to hear about the Low House? It mean a lot to me and to others. Good to know there's still some folks who can take an interest in the welfare of others. The Low House is a place where folks down on their luck can get a hot meal and a bed to sleep in. More importantly, they can do it with some dignity. No need to beg or steal. Everything's given with no questions asked and no favors owed. I run the place. Have for years. But to do it, I have to rely on the kindness of others. What do you think I'm doing this for my benefit? I'm doing it because once, a long time ago, I was a guest at the Low House. I was the one who needed saving. Trying to, anyway. Look, I'll be honest with you. We get a little help from some other wealthier folks in the city. But it's barely enough. It takes credits to provide for those in need. And I'm hoping you'll be willing to contribute. If you can spare a few credits, it'll do a lot of good. Thank you. I don't know if you believe in karma, but I do. I think you just earned yourself some.
No time to chat.
To be honest, I can't believe.
Hard work and grit pay off in the long run.
Might not be glamorous, but farming's honest work at least. I dream about one day having my own plot of land. I've seen people do bad things for money. Even some friends. That bill always comes due. There's something deeply satisfying working the land. It ain't safe enough to farm the wheat by hand. I feel more like a robot tech than a farmer some days. There's something deeply satisfying working the land.
My husband and I work hard to feed Akila City. You might have had a meal with produce we farmed. Credits can't really buy you happiness. Hard work and honest living, that's the way to go. It's the simple things that bring joy. Doing the right thing is tougher than doing the easy thing, but it always works out better in the end. Hard work and grit pay off in the long run.
Just want to do right by my wife, you know? She deserves the best I can give her.
left Sidonia looking for a better life, only to end up like this. Just ain't fair.
I've got a slogan for our...
Got tired of living under the boot. The UC always tells you what to do and how to do it. If you're down, they want to keep you there. I thought maybe hard work and patience would lead to better things, but it became clear that that was never going to happen. The only way out was to leave the UC behind. So I brought the family here. Things aren't much better, but at least I don't have the piglets breathing down my neck anymore. Moving out here cost a lot. Now we're barely getting by. It's impossible to save up anything so Liv can have a future. Truth is, I was a fool to think anything would change. Now Simone and I barely talk, and Liv, that's even worse. You know what the worst thing for a parent is? To look into your child's eyes and see pity. That's how you know you've hit rock bottom. We've been given as much charity as I can stomach. Without the Low House... I mean, there's something, but it's a hell of a thing to ask. Remember, you asked. Simone, my wife, has got a cousin, Milena Axelrod. Truthfully, I never much cared for Milena. But she runs freight, and I know her routes sometimes take her this way. Milena is family. Might be she'd do something for her kin. I'm looking for a job, and I'll do anything. Well, anything legal. Milena's United Colonies, like us, and I know she's got problems of her own with Akila City. She clams up the times I've asked. Not even Simone knows. I'm sure she's run afoul of the law somehow. That's kind of how she operates. You are an answer to our prayers. Milena called Simone yesterday. I'm pretty sure she's still in the system. Just giving me any hope. It's a lot.
Thank you for saving my husband. I was so scared. I hope that never happens again. Thank you for saving my husband.
Pilot away.
Buddies, go easy on Coma, okay? Everyone mocks him because he's usually spaced out.
Shit work, shit pay.
Inside, he's in a lot of pain.
No, we'll take it.
Boss asked me to tap the Jansens, but no way.
What? Passing up real people for UC transplants?
Yeah, screw that. Freestar takes care of their own.
Power was flickering the other day. Ended up being a couple of leeches, I guess. It's lucky
Keep it moving.
Not like I could have paid someone to
Possessions to
fix
feel
it.
good about my life.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
I'm not asking for handouts. But if you got some extra credits... How's that saying go? Use your friends wisely. Gonna crash at Sandy's
I
for
feel
a
kind of
week.
bad for Coma.
Can't beat free room and
Pretty
board.
sure something really bad happened to him in the past.
Never spent a credit I didn't have to. That's what friends are for, right? Times are tight, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. Never spent a credit I didn't have to. That's what friends are for, right?
I ain't one of those who needs a lot of money or possessions to feel good about my life. Kind of. He crashes at my place. But man, he could stay too long. I kinda want to tell him enough is enough. But I don't need that drama in my life right now. Great, I guess. Coma's riding high. As in on drugs. I was trying to put it politely. I mean, I get it. We're in the slums. It's not the first time I've seen that. But with him, it's pretty much every minute he isn't working in the fields. His whole life is just work. Get high and sleep. Tried it already. He won't talk about it. In fact, it just makes him hit the stuff that much harder. The best I can hope for now is that he'll find some way to pull himself out of it. Guess that's just life in the slums. You either survive it or you don't. Hope you have a good day.
You look like...
Right. There you are.
Oh my god. What's going on? You... I can't believe it.
Sure. It's not a life of luxury, but I'm getting by, you know?
If you got credits, spend them with
Hello.
Ethan. Or leave.
If you need something to ease the
If you're
pain,
here
I
about
can
the
set
blood
you up.
stain, I'll get to it when I get to it. You surprised or disappointed? It's my name on the outside, isn't it? Been here too damn long to let someone else come in and muck it up. Hell, even finding decent help isn't worth the trouble half the time. Ethan's got half a brain in his head, seems like, so maybe he'll work out. More and more as time goes on. Plenty of folks looking to get out from under the thumb of the UC, or taking their first steps to being independent. City's been slow to keep up with all the new people. Took them forever to put up the outer walls, and at this rate, they'll need to expand again soon. No fancy stuff and no special orders. Ain't got the patience for it.
Locals can be especially colorful here. Want a drink? Yeah, something I got back when I was an irresponsible kid. There's a lot of things I'd probably do differently if I had a second chance. But hey, that which doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? What's your order?
Hey, stranger. I think your ship's missing something. Me? I'm the best survivalist around, and I'm looking for work. You interested? I know a lot about firearms, and I'm one hell of a shot. You can trust me to back you up in any fight we come across. And that goes double for hunting aliens. I've gone toe-to-toe with creatures that make your head spin, and I've barely broken a sweat. On the contrary, you look as tough as they come. I like that in a person. Means you're not afraid to get your boots dirty out in the space lanes. And if that's the case, then you need backup. That's where a hard-blooded guy like me comes in. Well, that's great. Now, I'm not a greedy man, but I expect fair compensation. Got family nearby that need providing for.
Little tight on credits, are you? Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but, you do have a point.
I think I can swing that. You seem like decent folk. I'd like to help you out. Fantastic. You won't regret it. Just need to get my hands on a couple supplies, then I'll head to my post. Appreciate the offer, boss.
Yes?
People joke, say those Baroon zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent.
You must be a tourist. Akila locals know better than to interrupt a man when he's drinking alone. Take it easy. I meant no offense. I'm not the best with people. But since we're already talking, I guess I ought to introduce myself. The name's Ezekiel. Some folks around town call me Easy. Is there something I can do for you? That's right there in my name. Ezekiel. People called me that when I was a kid, and that stuck. And I kindly ask that you move along. I don't do small talk, especially not with strangers.
Don't you worry, those walls are solid. No actually getting in here.
Over there. Tourist?
I give him 3 minutes before the smell chases him out.
That's a genuine stretch in the nostrils there. Are they supposed to sign a warning or something?
As long as they stay clear of Aggies, they'll be fine. And of Mooch.
Well, Mooch isn't exactly dangerous.
But he doesn't do Achilles City proud.
Welcome to the stretch. Might look rough, but the neighborhood's safe enough. Except Aggies. Don't mind the smell. You get used to it, eventually. Might look rough, but the neighborhood's safe enough. Except Aggies.
You really can't complain about something that is literally about a war.
You got that right.
Sometimes I think people just
So you want to come here for a half day?
when they make it their entire personality.
A half day. I talked with Miss Kassler, and she'll give a full guided tour.
I mean, no offense, but isn't it a bit small? And there's not as many attractions as I'd like.
Miss Kassler built this whole thing off donations and what she could throw together. It's not like Akila's swimming in museums here.
Fine. But I want your class to write an essay about what they learned.
I was planning on that, ma'am. I think the
general,
Co-Heritage
students
Museum
love
is
field trips.
really good, personally.
They are due.
Don't you think now
The
would be
museum
the
is
It's too
quaint.
for that.
I mean, it's clear a lot of love was put into it.
Older now.
I wish we had more cultural institutions in Akita City. I wish we had more cultural institutions.
I think the Co-Heritage Museum is really good, personally. I don't think all the students will fit in all at once. I'll have to put them in groups. It's important that our students know Akila City history. I think the Co-Heritage Museum is really good, personally.
I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. Everything you see here is a piece of Akila City's history. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here. Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. Let me see. Minutes from Solomon Coe's first meeting as governor of Akila. So historic. If you find anything else, please come back. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Akila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Akila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Akila City, and his descendants still live here today. Akila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Akila City is the proud capital of the Freestar Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. The museum is always open to you.
A digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
I sell books, physical books.
Space is a premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Wait, can't we?
We're done here.
Why are people so damn touchy about digital books?
So many books to read and so little time.
I am a bit of an aficionado of old Earth novels. Well, truth be told, it's more of an obsession. Reading their stories is a revelation, not only for, the pure imagination, but the window you get into long-gone historical eras. I'll pay handsomely for any books you find like that. Except Charles Dickens. Definitely not Charles Dickens. Oh, nothing wrong at all. When colonists were forced to leave Earth for good, cargo space was precious, and for some reason everyone thought to bring their Charles Dickens collection. No, I mean he was an amazing writer. His stories are timeless, but what I'd give for a copy of Sense and Sensibility, or The Three Musketeers, oh! The original Three Musketeers, mind you, not the dozens of interpretations of it. Who doesn't? Oh, I'm afraid there's nothing you have that I don't already have. Sorry. Movies, slates, theater, all have their appeal. But books, you can get a window to mankind in its earliest days, or their adventure with Homer, or the actual thoughts of Julius Caesar penned in his own hands. And they offer visions of the future and wonderfully impossible things and might-have-beens. So, yeah, I do like books. Yes, I had a husband, but he's no longer with us. We loved to travel, and always we'd be looking for rare books. Most of what you see here are mementos. It's sometimes hard to sell, but books are not meant to be hoarded. They're meant to be shared and spark something in us. Take your time.
Stay safe out there.
Sorry, got a lot of repair jobs right now. I wish people could be fixed as easily as robots. The next heat leaks out fine feeding up one of my robots. I'm going to the Asta. Alive. Robots are a force amplifier for farm production. Not many people do it. Suits me fine. One day we'll crack sophisticated AI. Only a matter of time. One day we'll crack sophisticated AI.
The mayor's all right. Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
Hello. Good to see you. If there's anything you need, just let me know. There certainly is. My family's owned and operated this place going back generations. Why, the Stone Route's been around so long, it's even older than Midtown, and that's saying something. Akila City folk value legacy and tradition deeply, and by running this, I get to be part of that. Just let me know if anything looks good to you.
Okay. Hello.
We got a lot of bars in the city, all class joints. Well, except Aggie's.
Howdy. Yes, what?
Hi there. Welcome to the Stone Route Inn. Eloise can hook you up with a drink or a room. I just help out around the place. Eloise keeps this place running, and I guess I keep her running. Or at least I keep
Fancy
her sane.
seeing you here.
Keeping the inn running smoothly keeps me hopping. If you're looking to stay, Eloise can handle that. My job's, well, everything else. Keeping the inn running smoothly keeps me
Oh, hello there. Were you standing there long? Oh, these people have waited years already. What's a few more months, right? Here you are. Goodbye.
Excuse me?
financially, emotionally, physically? And did it ruin the plot?
It was absolutely perfect. I couldn't have asked
You didn't
for a
hear
better
this from
proposal.
me.
How are things going?
Mercenaries?
I've got no complaints.
Factions use them sometimes.
Really?
Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be left.
Akila's dusty, but it's home.
Your look is old. Why not bring in a new day with style? A new face! Hopefully going to be newer soon. Welcome to Enhance, where if you can imagine it, I can make your dreams come true. So pull up a chair and let's give you a makeover. I get some, but not like I would on Neon or I guess even New Atlantis. Mainly folk wanting a new hairstyle, or keep that hair on their head at all, if you know what I mean. But sometimes people want to really go for it, and those are just the best. You drop by anytime.
Drunk and disorderly is our #1 offense.
You stay on the straight and narrow.
Okay, let's all just take a breath here. We all want to protect people from the Ashta. We're on the same side here.
The hell with that. This ain't the way things are done, and that's the end of it.
With due respect, I have repeatedly explained that I do not need permission. I came to you in the spirit of cooperation, but if this is the reaction...
20 years, we've done this my way, and it has always worked. Always! Why are you trying to fix something that ain't broke?
Mr. Wilson, we can deal with the Ashta better, safer. We didn't turn down fire or a space flight because we managed just fine until that point.
I will not be talked down to like this.
Okay. Miss Alpin, please don't take any further action until we've had some time to think this over. All right?
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works
the whole
for
town
now.
would be an Ashta buffet.
So we have to... My research could open up more of Akila to settlement. In time. We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared.
People, if it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. People have no idea what we do to keep them safe.
People around here think we own Akila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Friend, I gotta confess, I'm not much in the mood for conversation. I know, I shouldn't let that woman get up under my skin, but... well, I can't seem to help it. Girl comes in here with her big ideas about how we defend our city. No respect for the way we've done things for years. No worries about the possible consequences. and expect us to thank her for making our lives more difficult. I tell you, I've never seen entitlement like that. No, see? Now that's where you're wrong. It's everyone's business. That's the whole damn point. Look, this ain't New Atlantis. It ain't all flowers and chirping birds out there. These walls around us, they're here for a damn good reason. I've trained the guards here for years, again, for a damn good reason. We get it wrong, we not watching all the time, then the Ashta kill innocent people. That's the simple reality of the situation. So when someone struts into town with their untested ideas on how to do things better than those of us who dedicated our lives to protecting the city, that don't go over so well. I don't know, some technical mumbo-jumbo about sensors and behavior predictions. That's not the point. She expect us to just change up how things work, and I can't abide by it. We've gotten along just fine until now. That's a big if, and I'm not about to do a live test of whatever tech she thinks she got. Look, this is getting my blood pressure up talking about this so damn much. You think you can talk some sense into her? Be my guest. Otherwise, I suggest you leave defending this city to the people who spent their lives doing it.
Hey, at least if the robot learns to lie, we'll know by the size of their nose.
Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something we need. I'll say right up front that if you're short on credits, I can't help you. Any more charity cases, I'll go out of business. Exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers, you name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep. Here, browse to your heart's content.
Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you? No, you misunderstand, I think. I placed the order last week. I'm just waiting for it to actually show up. So, did you need something, or...? So, you've been talking to Mr. Wilson. I must say that's a rather one-sided description of the situation, and not a particularly diplomatic one. But at this point, that's about what I'd expect from him. I'm not sure what you've heard, or quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job, or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Akila City. I hope that clears things up. Okay, well, I must need to work on my delivery because I keep having this problem. I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me? Yeah, I need them to start gathering data. Pretty simple, I could do it myself, but at this point I think Davis may be having someone tail me. He's that flustered. That is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do in the meantime to give myself an air of plausible deniability.
I don't do payment plans or lines of credit, and I don't sell to shady individuals. If you can handle that, your money's welcome. Sure, Laredo makes some good guns, but if you want a range of manufacturers to choose from, my shop will serve you better. More than a few, yeah. Unless you're up in the core, life around here ain't easy. Folks can find their way into all kinds of trouble. I've had no end of desperate souls come through that door in search of a way out. I know it ain't technically my fault when someone buys one of my guns and starts shooting up the town, but I still don't feel great about it. Hopefully you ain't one of those kind. You seem all right. Here's my selection.
you've got what it takes. Trackers Alliance is always offering work.
You must fancy yourself a bounty hunter if you're coming to speak with me. If you think you can hack taking down wanted criminals for pay, the Trackers Alliance posted the mission boards like the one you'll find at the hitching post. I haven't been in the game for a while. These days I'm more on the admin side of things, finding new recruits, dealing with freelancers, etc. But the wildest bounty I had was for a guy who smuggled several tons of Aurora off of Neon. I was hired by Benjamin Bayou himself. Simple, or so I thought. Tracked the mark across the settled systems only to find out it was a diversion and the guy was actually still on Volite Alpha. Built himself a little floating base using scrap crafts out in the deep waters. Swam out a ways to reach him without alerting him to my presence. When I found the guy, he was so blitzed on his own supply that he went willingly. Thought I was an angel, leading him to the promised land, instead of directly to the local authorities. Show no mercy, leave no quarter.
Gorgeous day, isn't it? I love this place.
The hitching post aims to be the best damn bar in town. So how can I help?
Should have been listed as 3B instead of 2B. We're just a resource, and we're not liable. That was little comfort to the irate would-be colonists.
You meet all sorts in Akila City.
Let me know if you need anything.
Around here.
Ask anyone. Midtown Minerals is a glass joint. Lousy. To put it bluntly, the trade authority is muscling in on my business. So far, I've kept them at bay. But they've been stepping up their game lately. They got all their tricks. Intimidation, extortion, bribery, blackmail. Nothing's off the table. Of course, everyone turns a blind eye as long as the Council of Governors finds their services useful. So, I'm on my own. But that's my problem, not yours. Here's my current inventory.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
Kinda in the middle of something here.
Do we got to pay Rasha anything?
Now look at me.
No, as long as you clean up after yourself, she don't mind.
That's awfully kind of her.
Mrs. Lance is a keeper through and through. Nice grouping on that last one.
Yeah, the site was off and to the left. I dialed it for good. Same time next week?
You know it.
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh.
Apparently, Laredo doesn't charge anything to use the range.
Come down to let loose a few rounds?
We're done if you want the range.
This range here is Akila's best kept secret. If you can imagine. I spend way too much time on site. I think I should pick up a hobby that's outdoors.
Okay, sounds good.
Akila City's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
If there's something you need, Weston handles the day-to-day stuff. Might want to talk to him.
It's something I've always wanted to do. But it wasn't until after the company was solvent enough that I could focus on other things. In a lot of ways, brewing wheat beer is a natural extension of the work we've already done in developing IntelliWheat. Thanks to IntelliWheat, we already feed the city. Now, we're going to quench its thirst, too. Our flagship product. Twice the yield of the standard strain and twice as hardy, too. Grows damn near anywhere. Took me half my life to develop it. If I can find that kind of success with brewing, we ought to do well in the liquor business. Already am, in a way. I designed all the advertising and logos for Filburn Agricultural Systems. Had an Uncle Pete who used to do it for a living. He taught me a thing or two. I'm the co-founder along with my brother Weston of Filburn Agricultural Systems. We're the city's main source of grain-based foods, which, speaking frankly, is most of it. As I've said, we've done pretty well, though maybe not well enough for my brother's wife, Sarah. She thinks we ought to grow, to take the operation to the whole of the settled systems. I ask you, what's the point of success if you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor? I'm glad we see eye to eye. It was a genuine pleasure to talk with you. Thanks for dropping by.
Unless this is urgent, I really can't talk. I'm busy working on plans for our next expansion. Supply and demand. It's really just that simple. Master that. Success will follow. Just once, I wish Sarah would stop complaining about Henry. As if I don't have enough to manage already. Maybe you heard of IntelliWheat? My company made that, you know. My brother Henry and I started with a modest inheritance, turned it into an agricultural powerhouse. We rely on robots to farm on Akila because of the Ashta. Which, unless this is urgent, supply, just once. Maybe you heard of my brother Henry and I started. We rely on robots to farm on Akila because of the Ashta, which makes our innovations with IntelliWheat even more breakthrough.
Akila's one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
Hello. Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you? Certainly. Please take your time.
kinds in here. Rangers, traders, locals, tourists. They all come to me for supplies. Feel free to look around.
You see those ads through?
You heard of the Elios Retreat? It's supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Ixel too. I'm not holding my breath.
Mr. Tate is a realtor. We're trying to organize something for the folk at the stretch. He's a good man. Outside the city walls. The Ashta will rip you apart.
Might have some work for someone like you.
Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
The sensors are pretty durable. I mean, don't go using them as target practice, and they're good to go. You got some good news, I hope? Well, that's that then. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does. Oh goodness, I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him. I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
I was so scared. I hope that never happens again.